That dog likes that music, man. Hello, YouTubers, subscribers, friends. Welcome to my channel. That's my wife playing the piano. Was that the first one or the second one? I think that was the second one. Let me play the first one. Oh, man. Hot. What kind of dog is that in the background? Huh? This is the first song my wife ever played to me on a piano. The dog is singing. Trying to get this live stream set up here. This webcam doesn't want to stay balanced right. That's my wife playing piano. So, man, I tell you, it's 103 degrees outside right now. It is hot. Hot. This is crazy what I found today. On my hikes today, found a full, well, no, it's not a full skeleton because I couldn't find the legs anywhere. And I just found the body and the jaws. Let me see. Right there's the jaws. That's why I think it's a javelina. How do I find my freaking can't find my YouTube where it shows I'm live streaming. I'm still trying to figure this crap out, man. Trying to look on my phone. I guess you can't see it on your own phone, huh? Let me see. Let me go to YouTube's and see. It is blistering hot out there. Let's see, it says right there. Live. Let's see, it says right there. Let me mute that. Hey, KM, hotter than the 4th of July, right? You see this freaking webcam, man? I cannot get, I don't know how you find it on the crooked. Is that straight? This is my son's webcam. I don't know, he has it jammed in his lamp. That's how he uses it on his. And I wanted to see if I could see people talking to me, but I can't see. This is a dead javelina that I found today. The whole body, no legs. I looked everywhere for the legs, couldn't find it. I I just took pictures and video. I have actual video on freaking Instagram. I have to assign it to my other YouTube account so I can see comments. So I was hiking out there today in these hot temperatures, and my face got sunburned. My nose is sunburned. My lips are sunburned. I had to go out and buy some lipsticks here. Let's see. Does this show up? I want to see if it shows up on my phone here. I don't know what last week I had it figured out. Okay, Em, you doing any hiking in this 100+ degree weather? How come it's not changing? The camera's not changing. I'm watching it on my phone and it's still the same freaking picture. How do I mute this? Let me go to YouTube. Let's see. I don't know how to do anything on my phone. Yeah, it's blistering hot out there. Turn this volume down. See, I don't want this. Oh my God, this phone. Now it's got Bing opening up and I can't stop it. Crazy. How do you mute your phone, babe, when you want to? I'm about ready to smash. I'm about ready to smash this phone. It won't do what I want. I'm trying to play this, but I can't mute it. Look, and I try to turn the volume down. Stupid Bing. Frustrating. Let me see Facebook here. Somebody comment on something. That thing is like lagging way behind on the cell phone. That's like 5 minutes behind. Yeah. It says 4 people watching, but nobody's talking. This is crazy. I blame it on the heat. Right? Terrible setup today. Tripping out. It's the heat. The heat is not making anything work right. When I'm out there hiking in the desert and I'm trying to make a video, my cameras just shut off on me constantly. And I try to keep them in my fanny pack where I have cold drinks, and it's getting so hard to do hikes now in this temperature. No worries. Yeah. I thought I'd start early because I think you watching your show on tonight, babe? No? Oh, I thought you did. That's why I started early. Because I can't live stream when she's watching TV. It's crazy. Man, I'm trying to watch the live stream on my phone, and it's like 5 minutes ago. It is so far behind from what I'm doing right now. Let's see, show some Facebook here. Live stream. Ooh, dude, crazy. Ooh. So anyways, I'm on Google Earth here. This is what I do when I want to try to figure out where to go hiking. Can you hear me good? Can everybody hear me good? And when you hike as much as I do, it's so hard to find new places to hike. So I go on this Google Earth and I search around and try to find new areas to try to see if I can see something cool and then go out and hike there. It's too hot out. I'm on my back porch with the misters on watching the Diamondbacks. Watching the Diamondbacks. What is that? Is that snakes? You watching snakes? What are Diamondbacks? Is that like a football team or something? I don't know. I don't do sports. I haven't watched sports since the 90s. Yes. Yes, what? Yes, it's snakes. What are Diamondbacks? Is that a sport? Diamondbacks, are they sports? Slightest clue. I don't watch the news. I don't watch sports. Baseball. Okay. So uh, I used to be a huge sports person too, man. When I lived in Florida, I was a huge basketball. I'd watch basketball like crazy. Every year I would watch the Super Bowl, and a huge boxing fan. This right here, what I'm looking at here, this is A Mountain, or some people call it Sentinel Peak. You used to be able to go to this pit right here, but now they got it all blocked up, and you can't go up in there anymore. I actually rode my mountain bike from here, the parking. I went all the way up here, and then I took this trail, crashed, had a big crash, went over the handlebars, knocked the wind out of me, came down and went around down here like 2.5 years ago. And that's when it was still open and you could still go in that pit there, but not anymore. They don't allow it. So I have been hiking every day for the last week, babe, week and a half, week and a half, she said, and minimum maybe 2 hours, the maximum almost 5 hours out there hiking in this heat. And I think today was the hottest day for me because my nose feels like it got sunburned, my lips got sunburned, they're peeling really bad today. I did a video uploaded the other day where I hiked up on this Sentinel Peak here. I went to the very top here, and I filmed all these mutilated saguaros, and walked around here, and I went up here and I videotaped a hawk right here, then went up here, and then I videotaped the hawk over here on this side. A good night hike is Douglas Spring Trail. I don't live on the east side of Tucson. That's probably an hour 15 minutes from my house, and I don't go out at night. I don't hike the desert at night. I don't go in the desert at night. Nope, not me. Can't even pay me. Even if somebody come and pay me to go hike in the desert, won't do it. I see enough creepy crawlies and wildlife in the daytime. I couldn't even imagine the stuff you would see at night over there. So yeah, I'm not a night hiker. Don't care for it. Once the sun sets, I'm in the house, and I'm staying in the house. I got enough wildlife in my backyard. I go outside and see wildlife out there. We had I don't want to say stray dog, but we had this weird dog show up yesterday. I don't know for what reason I went to go outside. Oh yeah, to turn the outside lights on, and there was this huge black dog sitting at the bottom of my steps, and I thought it was a javelina because I didn't see the head. The head was down, and I popped back in the house, and I was like, "Whoa!" My wife's like, What's going on? What happened?" I'm like, "There's this huge black thing out there." So I went to look out again, and the dog turned its head and looked at me, and it had this sad face look on it, and I told my wife, I think it's thirsty, but it was like foaming at the mouth. It had all this white slobbery foam hanging down from each side of the mouth. And my wife's like, "You think it's nice? You think it'll bite you?" But the way it was looking at me was like, it looked so sad, like it needed help. Like it had that look on its face, like, "Could help me, help me." So I went back in the house and I got a bowl of water, and I took it out there and I put it on the ground and slid it towards the dog, and it looked at me. It was panting really hard. It looked wore out, and that's when I noticed it had a collar on, and then I could see it had a number. So I came back in the house and I got my camera and I zoomed. Hey, what'd you say? Oh, you were hiding behind me. My wife said you're scared to get close to it. Yeah, I don't want to get bit, but my wife's like hiding behind me, like pushing me, like get closer, get closer. And so I zoomed in on the caller. We got the phone number, and we were able to call the lady. And you know, hey, you want to know what's the weird thing? Today, when I was going to go into town, there's that old guy that hitchhikes all the time, looks like Santa Claus. I picked him up today. Yeah, he was standing there, and I pulled over. I picked him up, and usually when I pick him up, I take him into town to the library. So I told him, "You going to the library today?" Because he goes to the library to go to get on the internet. And he's like, "No, I need to go down to Desert View. You know the road? That's where the lady was. Remember that they came and got the dog? Desert what? All right, never mind. Forget the story then. Because I was going to say, I went down the same road that the lady was on to be dropped off. So anyways, the lady came and got her dog. She was so happy. She called the dog. The dog saw the lady, ran over to her, and she had her truck door open, and the dog jumped right in. So anyways, we rescued the dog. So this right here is the top of Tumamoc Hill, and it takes about 30 minutes to hike up. But in this area right here, hold on, let me get a little side view here. Right in this area here, there's petroglyphs. But the problem is they have this all blocked off to where you can't go over there and see the petroglyphs. And you can't even come up from here because there's trails down there. See these trails? I've hiked these trails, and they have a fence going all the way around. And they got signs like every 200 feet to say no trespassing private property. So you cannot go here and see the petroglyphs there, but I know they're there. People have sent me pictures of the petroglyphs there where people have not go here and see the petroglyphs there, but I know they're there. People have sent me pictures of the petroglyphs there where people have, walked from here over to there. And they got a fence there that says you can't cross. But what's also up here is the Crestedsaguaros. When you go all the way up to here, you walk all the way around to the back of here, and then over here is the Crestedsaguaros, a big fan crest, which is right here, this saguaro right there. And not too many people know about it, but you can see it right here. And when you stand over here, you can go around the back, but they have a fence right here that says you can't cross, but you can go around the back of that building, and you can see that Crestedsaguaros up there. So let's just zoom in on this right here. Yeah, so you walk around here, and they got a cable like fence in it, and you stand right here, and you can see that Crestedsaguaros right there. So Douglas Spring Trail, though, I've hiked it before, and there's a nice Crestedsaguaros over there. Crestedsaguaros over there, and well, hold on, I got a message on Facebook. You can follow me on Facebook if you like. Oh, I didn't know. Okay. That's the guy I go hiking with. He's actually in California right now. Mick, my lucky charm. I call him the petroglyph hunter because every time I go hiking with him, we find new petroglyphs. And we were, man, what was it, 2 days ago we went hiking, babe? We were gone for 4.5 hours. We hiked 6 miles Thursday. That was Thursday? I thought it was Saturday. Oh, that's right. I forget what day it is. So we went hiking for 4.5 hours. We hiked 6 miles. We did some crazy terrain up and down, climbed this huge cliff. Man, it was hot too. So, what's that? I'm just saying it on my live stream. So these petroglyphs are actually out in the Ironwood forest. This is called a pepitid. I may be saying that wrong, but there's like 3 mountains out there, and this one is the tallest mountain. And these rocks out there on this petroglyph hill, if you hit them, they ring like a bell. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Hold on, I gotta check my message again. How come I can't get out of this? Man, I think my brain got fried today, babe. I can't even focus today. Yeah. So, yeah, these petroglyphs. Actually, these pictures I took 3 years ago, and I want to go back there, but I gotta wait till it gets a lot cooler, because if you try to climb up this rocks, these mountains right here, you will get third-degree burns on your hands. I had to go out and buy some gloves today. Even today, I wore the gloves, and my hands still got hot climbing up these rocks. Not these rocks, but the different rocks. But yeah. So, anyways, I digress. This is Tucson. Since what is it? 2020. I've been going up this mountain the first of the year every year, and I've been hiking up this Tucson hill. It's not for the faint of heart. You start right here, and then you go up like that. Oh, I just remember what I was going to do. There's a second Crestedsaguaros too. So if you get up to where these houses are right here, if you get up to this area and you look this way, right over here on this slope here, there's a small Crestedsaguaros. But if you go all the way up here to where this lookout is here, turn this around here. You get to this lookout and you look down there on this side of this slope, you'll see another Crestedsaguaros right there. So if you live in Tucson and you want to know where some Crestedsaguaros are located and you don't want to walk on a trail, you go here and take the Tucson, and you go check out the Crestes over there. So this is downtown Tucson over here. This right here is downtown Tucson. Another cool place to go if you live in Tucson and you didn't know was, let me find it. This lake right here. Not that, that's a golf course. This lake right here, Christopher Columbus Park. It's got these two gigantic lakes here. And I was there a couple weeks ago. And this small lake right here, they race, like on Sundays, they race speedboats. Those little RC boats. Over here, you can fly your airplanes if you want. They got a dog park here. They got the Humane Society here. So if you get tired of the park, you can go over and look at the Humane Society. And right here in this spot right here, where this little like dog lake from this small lake goes out, there's some hawks that live there. There's 3 hawks that live there. So this is another cool place. And the bike path right here, the bike loop, if you want to ride your bike, you can take the bike loop there. Oh. And somebody's messaging me on Instagram. That's a dead javelina. Let me move this really quick here. He's in California. Yeah, so if you want to talk to me, you can talk to me on Instagram. I seek out the Truth Arizona. I get a lot of people on Instagram that direct message me a lot. That's somebody talking to me right now. Charge my phone. Man, it is hot out there right now. Even my ACs are trying to. Are you have the oven on? Oh, my wife's cooking. I was wondering why it's starting to get a little warm in here. So this is what I do when I'm not hiking, when I'm not watching videos. And lately, I don't know what's going on with YouTube. Nobody's uploading videos anymore. at least the people that I'm subscribed to, I don't know what happened. They used to upload on a regular basis, and now nobody's uploading anymore. I seem to be the only one that uploads on a regular basis. So I'm not sponsored by this company, but if you live in Arizona and you're looking for something to keep your lips from getting burnt, I did not. I ran out like a week ago, and I've been trying to get my wife to give me this right here, this Blistic. It's the medicated lip ointment. It's not chapstick. It comes out like a lotion. This is the best thing for your lips. If you live in Arizona, keep your lips from being chapped or sunburned. Mine get destroyed today. My lips, oh man, they're peeling like crazy because I haven't had any for a week of this chapstick stuff. But that's the best. So this area right here, Columbus Park, which is, I mean, I love going there, man. You can see all kinds of cool stuff. When I go out hiking and I get done with the hike, I like to go by this lake and just sit right here next to this palm tree, because you get these awesome views of the Santa Catalina Mountains in the background right there. And then you got a beautiful place to sit with the breeze blowing off the lake. It's nice and cool. And then you're watching the people, ride their kayaks or their surfboards, paddle boards, not surfboards. But now this is what I do. I spend a lot of time on Google Earth just looking for cool stuff to go out in the desert to see. And then if my cameras don't get too hot, I make videos of it. So today I went hiking in Saguaro Park Monument West. And where's that? Over here. This area right here where it says Redemption Center. If you want to see some cool petroglyphs, that's where you go to see the petroglyphs. It's not a secret. It's pretty well known. It's this little peak right here. So today, what I was doing today is I was checking out something today that I went a couple weeks ago. I found some pottery in a location in this monument or park, wherever you want to call it. When we were kids, it used to be called the Saguaro Monument. Now they call it a park. And I went to the same spot that I went like maybe a month ago, and the pottery that I had found is missing. It's gone. Somebody found it and took it. I was going to go take pictures of it. But so the other day, me and Mick, we went hiking here. We went all the way, we did all this stuff, and we went all the way out to here and came up here and came up this mountain, came down this mountain, went around. We did this gigantic loop, and it was awesome. So I've made videos of this in Instagram videos. You see this thing out here? This round thing in the middle of nowhere. It takes you like an hour to hike to this. I've been calling it a helicopter pad. I've had some people tell me it's a missile silo. But from the parking to that, it takes probably about an hour to hike to that. Probably faster if it isn't so hot. So that's pretty cool. You can see it's huge, as you can see right there. Let me turn this here. I gotta see what my buddy's talking to me about. Oatman Massacre. I don't know what that is. So, like I was saying, when you hike as much as I do, babe, can you turn that fan? Oh, you got it. You run out of places to hike. So that's why I use Google Earth. So let me show you what I've been doing lately. I've been finding these things lately. They're called benchmarks. And within the last 2 weeks, I have found, I'm not doing it for me. I got a friend who likes to find them. And then I take pictures and GPS and send it to him. Benchmarks. Actually, you know, it says right here, $250 fine for disturbing or removing them. But you can go online and you can buy what they call people. What they do, they'll take an impression of it, and then they'll make one, and then they sell them for like 50, 60 bucks. He's sending me an Arizona markers thing. It looks like a grave. I was going to go out to this historic grave that I found over here off of Cortero Road. I found this actually 2 graves off of Cortero Road. I forget the name of. Hold on, I'll show you. I'll just get on here and Google Earth. This one is actually for sale for $21.99. These are non-commercial use only. And what is this made out of? Grand Canyon National Park. That's where that one's from. But I've found some like this. And I didn't know that this was a big thing that people haven't hiked to myself and seen. Let me go back to Google and show you where these graves are. Where am I? Got this thing turned around backwards. I think I fried my brain today, babe. I can't. I can't focus today. Right here in Cortero. No, that's not Cortero. That's Twin Peaks. It's not on Cortero. It's on Twin Peaks. Right there is an old cemetery right there. I was going to go out there today, but you know how I am with cemeteries. I see ghosts. I see spirits. Spirits talk to me, so I don't really like to go to cemeteries. But I was curious because I wanted to see how old the cemetery was. There's actually 2. There's one there, and then there's one right up here called Relito Ranch Cemetery. Right there. Man, it looks like there's a lot of. I can't get zooming any closer than that. But I wonder if I could have drove up to that one day. Maybe next weekend I'll go there. Let me see. There's a dirt road that goes here. This is what I do. This is how I research. And see, there's a dirt road here, and it comes out to the main road. So just giving you some behind-the-scenes kind of stuff. If I want to see what this entrance looks like, let me get a street view. Okay. So I can drive in there. This is the outside mall over here. This is the outside mall over here. They're actually building a new dealership right there. And that means I can drive in this. I could probably drive to that cemetery next weekend. Cool. This is what I do, because I don't watch television. And when nobody's uploading videos on YouTube, or if I'm not editing a video, I've been hiking so much the last month that I could stop hiking for 2 months and still have enough videos already uploaded and edited and everything ready to go for everybody to watch, because I only upload once a week. But I just keep going out hiking. I love hiking, man. I love being out in nature. But I'm trying to go to different areas, so I'm wondering how far that is. How from here to that one, it's probably a mile. I wonder if there's even gates there, or maybe it's too sandy and I can't drive there. Because this looks like really sandy. Now, I can't get a street view on this because it's a dirt road. So the only way I know is I would have to drive to this one and then probably walk the rest of the way here, hike all this. But I don't see any cactus or anything out there. So this is what I do. This is how I research my hikes. Sometimes I'll just go to an area where I already know where something's at and I know how to get there. And I may have seen it like from a previous hike, like, okay, I'm going to do a mental check and then just go back later and go hike out there. But this is the outside mall here, Tucson Premium Outlets. Man, I haven't been in there in years, right, babe? When's the last time we've been in this freaking mall? So I think the last time I went to this mall, I just went just to walk around because, you know, you can window shop and then get your exercise in. But I haven't been here in probably 5 years. This property over here, I have hiked this whole property several times already. Because they have these gigantic saguaros out there. Crazy. Let me check this here. Yeah, that was crazy. I found a full skeleton of a javelina. That tells you that there's something big out there where I was hiking today, and they're hungry. Big mountain lions. It's crazy. Let me show you where I found that. Let's go to my Instagram here. I don't know who that is. And show this skeleton here. I'll show you where I found that freaking skeleton today. And it's funny because this is where all the tourist people come. Okay, so this parking lot right here is where everybody comes and parks and takes pictures. I was parked over here, and that skeleton was right by this wash right here. Right there. And people park here, they go out here and they stand there, these saguaros and stuff like that, and they take pictures, not knowing that some big prey animal is lurking in this wash here somewhere, or maybe up on this mountain, looking down on the tourist. So, you know, the desert's beautiful, but it's dangerous. Very, 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 very dangerous. Let me show you where, I don't know, 6 months ago, I hiked to the top of this. You see this peak up here? I hiked to that peak up there just because I was researching, and I found this gigantic round circle right there. It's a rock structure, and that was a long hike, man. And who knows who made it and how long ago they made it. Look at that mountain, how steep that is. That is one huge mountain. So when people watch my videos, they have no idea that, you know, when I say this hill is steep, I ain't lying, man. Look how steep that freaking mountain is. That is one big peak, man. I actually went right up through there. And I found a homeless campground right here, and about a pack of like 10 wild javelinas running away from me. So that's what I did today. I was down in this area down here today. Actually, I was in 4 different areas today. I found a boundary marker. Different areas today. I found a boundary marker right in this area right here. Where's the parking at? It's not going to focus. Actually, I found it right here on the side of the road over here. One of 6 that I've found in the last couple of weeks. Man, I feel like it's gotten like 20 degrees hotter in here. I'm about ready to die. What are you laughing at? Why? It's comfortable for you. You're sitting over there by the nice AC. I'm sitting by the cheap AC. That's a what? New one. All right, so where else was I hiking today? Oh, I was hiking over here yesterday. See this long trail right here? It's called Cambo. I parked right here and I hiked this whole trail, which this trail all the way this way, I've done all that. I've done all these trails this way, but all these years I've never done this one this way. Which I hiked it all the way to about right here. I hiked it, and because I've hiked from here this way, and then I went exploring that way, and I found an abandoned mine, which the video of that will be coming soon. Now I came up on a trail. It's called Roadrunner Trail. I'm not seeing it here. Actually, this trail right here, I saw it, and they call it Panther Peak Trail. That's not the. There's a sign right there that says Roadrunner Trail, and Google Earth is calling it Panther Peak Trail. That's crazy. Let me make sure that that's the trail I'm thinking about. Yeah, because there's no other trails there. That's this trail right here is the chunkiest trail, man. You could roll an ankle there easily. I was going to take that when I was going back to my car. I was going to take that. It said Roadrunner Trail. I'm like, no, I already hiked Roadrunner Trail. And I'm curious where that one goes. Now, several years ago, my son and I, we hiked all this area over here already. All this Roadrunner Trail actually is over here. It goes all the way to that wash, and we hiked zigzag, came down this wash, and we came out over here. I would say that's probably 4 years ago my son and I did that. Because there's a peak over here that I want to go hike up to. There's BLM land over here, and that's Panther Peak there. But there's this peak right here that I want to hike to. I don't know why. It just looks cool. This rock face right here, and the Roadrunner Trail comes out to the wash here, and then it starts to go up, and then it fades away. I don't know where it goes after that. But man, that fan feels good that you turn on over there. You should just like lock it, point it towards me. It's not a very big peak, although it looks big here. I tell you what is big is this peak over here, which I hiked, man, I want to say 2016 maybe. I hiked this top of this peak right here. I call this Close Encounter Mountains. This is one big peak, man. Yeah, I feel that. Thank you. I think it took me like an hour and a half to hike up to that thing because there's no trail really, and it was winter time, so it wasn't so hot. Actually, yeah. And this thing's lag. Actually started down here and I went up here. This is a very faded trail, and then I went around this, and then went up to the very top. Actually, I have a video about it, and I think the name of the video is called "I Hiked It to the Top" or something like that, or "I Hiked the Peak." And at the very top of this peak, there's a gigantic wooden cross right up in this area right here. It's actually very cool up there. I don't know what it is. I like climbing mountains. But this weather, man, I'm telling you, I don't usually complain about the weather, but crazy weather, man. Now this is BLM land over here, and I've over the years, I've hiked everything here. I've mountain biked here, everything. And there's a Crestedsaguaros over here, right there where that dark line is. Right there is a Crestedsaguaros. And if you go up, take this trail, go here, it wraps around to the back of this mountain here. It's actually right there's the trail right here. I've hiked this trail all the way to this wash, and I looked up at that mountain and I was like, can't really see here, but there's a cave up here. But this mountain, that's actually Sombrero Peak. And if you go over here, this is Sanctuary Cove. Right here, that's Sanctuary Cove. And you can hike it this way, which I did a couple months ago. I hiked up to here and I went to this peak, this peak, this peak, this peak. And I went all the way up to that peak right there. And then I came all the way down and came over to this peak, did all this, and then went down and met some mountain climbers over there. But, just a couple of places that I've hiked, and a couple of places I want to hike. Like there's this peak over here. I've been wanting to go to that peak for years. You come up this Sanctuary Cove. That's called Scenic Trail and Pack Rat Trail. And this is a gigantic loop. I've done that loop. But you take this and then you go that way. I've always wanted to go to that peak. I just never gone yet. Maybe I'll do it this year. Because for some reason I feel like there's something up on that peak. It probably would take me about an hour and a half to do this, because I've actually did this loop here, and I've gone by and said, oh, I'm going to go up there one day, and gone up here. That took me 2.5 hours, because there used to be a Crestedsaguaros over here, and it died about 5 years ago. Anyways, so you go like you're going to go to Sanctuary Cove. This is Sanctuary Cove over here. You drive past and it dead ends, and right where it dead ends is where you start hiking. You can't take your dogs, no dogs allowed. Right here's where you park. And this over here, this mountain peak, that's the newest thing now. That's where mountain climbers go and they rock climb up there. And then they rappel down and stuff like that. They never used to do that. But the last time I was out there, 3 months ago, there was a bunch of like 15 people out there rock climbing and then rappelling down. Another cool area to hike is this Sanctuary Cove here, though. I've been here probably a dozen times. Let's zoom out. Right now they have a subdivision over here. And I remember that this used to be a dead-end road and there was nothing. There was just desert. Well, I hiked up to this peak, went up to this peak, walked around up here, and I filmed the beginnings of that subdivision. And then I went up here. There's a giant white cross here, like a helicopter landing area. Went up here, walked around all that, and then went down the backside and went up there. It's all on video. I got all videos of it on my YouTube channel. It's pretty cool though, this area right up here. Now when you're looking at this Google Earth, it won't let me tilt up. This is huge mountain, man. It's a huge peak. These are huge boulders, bigger than my house. And I hiked up this, climbed up on these boulders, and went all the way up to the very top up there. Now, at the very top of this mountain over here, they have what they call them, flashing lights for airplanes. So in case an airplane gets too low, because that's how high this peak is, they'll see those lights. And the rocks up there are like, there's a trail right here that takes you to Sombrero Peak. But the rocks over here, look at this, man, Google Earth does not do it justice, man. But the rocks on this side is like, it looks like lava flowing. What lava would look like when it's flowing, and then when it dries, you can see the freaking different layers of the rocks. I need to go back there again, because I have a video of me out there, like right here, this one, like the layers. I mean, it's just me talking about it, and pictures and videos just don't do it justice. You have to go and see it in person. I mean, just look at this. You can kind of see the layers here on the Google Earth, but it's like the lava was flowing that way, because you can see the ripples there. I mean, it's an amazing place, man. Very, very cool place to go visit, but very, very steep. It's going to take you a little while to get up to it from the parking back here. You don't go on a hot day. When you park here and you hike up here, all of this right here, this is easy. But when you start going up, that's when it starts getting tough and slippery. But it's well worth getting up there. There might be a freaking boundary marker up there. I don't remember. I can't remember the name of the video I had. But you know what I need to do? Because I always said it. When you get up here, there's a trail. You can see this trail. This trail goes all the way to the top of the ridge. It goes all the way over to that ridge. That's cool. Maybe I should do that. Start of Sanctuary Cove, and then go up here, check this out, and then walk that ridge line. Yeah, because you can see the trails, and I can see the trail going up that way, and then go see what's up on this peak. Because this is a big mountain, and the Hohokam have a lot of other stuff around in this area. I think I'm putting that on the list. There's no name on this mountain, but this whole property here over here is all owned by a resort called the White Stallion Resort. And I could spend a week just walking these ridges. I mean, I love doing that stuff. That stuff's fun. But you know, I have to come home and check in with the wife. Look at this. There's trails here going up here. Look at this clearing right here. There's definitely a square structure right there. This is what I look for. That square structure right there. If you can see it from Google Earth, that tells you just how big it is. Because there are no straight lines in nature. Look at that. That's definitely a rock wall. That's definitely a ruin right there. And you can see these trails here. This is what I do, right, babe? Right. I spend so much time watching Google Earth. And when people ask me all the time, how did you find it? They watch my video, like, how did you find it? How did you know that? Because that's what I do. I go explore. I go places like Star Trek says. Go places where no one's gone before. Well, apparently ancient people have, because that's why I go out there. There's rock ruins. Look at it. There's a rock circle right there. I have never checked this ridge out before on Google Earth. Doing it right now, though. Or on Google Earth. Doing it right now, though. Definitely people have been up there, because you see all these trails and stuff like that. Now, this is this whole ridge right here. I've done this whole ridge right here, all the way to here. And I found a lot of cool stuff up there. And I've actually got it on the list to go and do this ridge here. I gotta wait till it gets cooler though, because just today, I have to say, today I think was one of the hottest days because my face feels sunburned. And when you just look at these ridges, you have to look at the top and see if there's any rock circles. Now, at the top of this peak, I found a boundary marker. You can see that clearing right here. That's completely, I've been up there. That's all cleared out like somebody swept the dirt. And look at this. Look at this huge round circle right here. Wow, I didn't check that out. Wow, I went that way. I didn't go this way. Because before I hiked it, I didn't get on Google Earth. I just spur of the moment said, you know what, I'm going up that mountain. I can clearly see a round rock circle here. Clearing. That's definitely ancient stuff there, because I'll show you over here on this peak that I know there's a rock circle up here. You can see it clearly right there. See that? If you can see that from Google Earth, that tells you it's right in the saddle of the mountain. Look at that. And it's all cleared out right here. I've never been to that one. Just because I don't know how to get up there, because there's so many homes here. And all this is private property here. And this side here is a huge cliff. I know you're not going to be able to tell on it. This is gigantic, but this is huge too up here. Gold Star Pumping. What is that? Clearly, people have been going up there, but you see that trail. And look, here's another one. It's another giant rock thing here. When I see this kind of stuff, it's like, I want to go out there right now. Go hike that. Maybe I can go up this road. Walk up that road. It's all ancient pathways. Yeah. Or if I had a drone, I could stand down. If I had a drone, I could stand down on this road and just fly the drone up there. I mean, it wouldn't be as fun as seeing it in person, but at least I know what it is. You see that rock circle there? That thing is huge. How do I know it's huge? Because I'll show you this peak over here, which I was talking about earlier. This peak over here, which I was talking about earlier. That I went up to already. And this is huge. See that right there? That's a good 5-foot diameter right there, that rock circle right there. What is Jerry barking at? That's my dog, Jerry. It is too hot to play, Jerry. You're not getting me running around the house in this heat. I'm burning up just sitting here. That's the thing with the Arizona temperature, man. People's central air conditioning systems are blowing up because they're overheating. That's how hot it is. So let's zoom out of here and let's go check out another area where I go hike a lot. Let me see, where am I? Signal Hill. Let me see, where am I? Signal Hill picnic area. That's the Saguaro Park West. That picnic area right there, that's a cool place to go, because not only is there 2 crested saguaros there, there's petroglyphs. So if you're going to the Saguaro Park and you turn on this dirt road, you turn right here, right about in this area, there's a crested saguaro. And then if you go down a little bit further, right about in this area is another crested. And then if you park right here and go up to this hill, go around, there's petroglyphs all on these rocks here, and then you go around, you take the stairs up, go around the top, there's petroglyphs all at the top up there. I have, you go to my YouTube channel and you can see the videos of me hiking up to see those petroglyphs. And then another famous area where a lot of people go, they go to down here by Desert Museum. Where is the Desert Museum? Right there. The Desert Museum, there's a very well-known canyon right there called Kings Canyon Trail. And if you hike from the parking lot about a mile up this trail, it will drop down into the wash right here. You take a left and you go down here, and there's petroglyphs on both sides of the canyon right there. But at the very beginning, there's some secret petroglyphs down in the wash. If you take the wash up, I want to say about right here, there's some more on some rocks there. I want to say about right here, there's some more on some rocks there. Now, I've done this hike here where you go all the way up here and you go all the way up here, and you can go to Watson Peak, and there's a giant crested saguaro there. There's an abandoned mine right there. And I got videos of all this stuff. There's an abandoned mine here, and then right before that abandoned mine is a old rock house right there. There's a rock house right there, and if you take this trail back towards Kings Canyon, there's a crested saguaro up on this hill up here, and there's a picnic ground right here. There's a crested saguaro right here, and then there's another Fred Flintstone rock house right there. Boom, and you go down and you go in the canyon. You can go see the petroglyphs. But I've done this trail here all the way to this corner here, and there's a crested saguaro up there. But you can hike this trail all the way freaking into town, all the way to Watson Peak, actually. Man, I didn't know you could get to Watson Peak that way. Let me see. Yep. Come here, take a left. Sweetwater Trail. You can get it from. I've hiked Sweetwater Trail before, and you can take that all the way up to Watson Peak, which is there's another boundary marker right up here. Let me see which other way can you get to Watson Peak. Esperanza. Oh, that's probably. I've done this hike all the way up to this wash here, and I've gone up that wash. But it's pretty boring. There's nothing there. It's all flat right there. There's nothing really to see, so it's pretty boring. Oh no, I've actually gone up to there. The switchbacks. But you can get to this Watson Peak from Sweetwater. Wow. Let's see. Take this way. Trying to see the trail name. It's not giving me a trail name. Goes this way. I think that's Sweetwater. Yeah, that's Sweetwater. Because right here, there's a gigantic crested saguaro right here. Now I've taken Sweetwater this way to this far to see that crested saguaro. There's actually 4 crested saguaros on this trail. I've always wondered where this way. It takes you probably an hour to get to here from the parking. because that's another steep. It's gets kind of steep, like from right here. It starts getting steep. I didn't know that went to Wasson Peak. Oh, which way's faster? Huh. Actually, this Sweetwater, see, it starts going steep here, going up, and at the beginning of this trail, there's a crested here, there's a crested there. That's 1, 2, and then there's a crested over here, but you can see from this corner if you got binoculars. Which reminds me, I broke my binoculars today. Yeah, there's like four crested saguaros at 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, and then if you take this trail and you go this way, that's called Thunderbird. There's a mine over here, abandoned mine, and then right down here where it runs right down into the wash, right there's a crested saguaro right there. So if you like hunting crested saguaros, this would be the perfect live stream hangout to watch, because I'm showing you where they're all at. Where's this freaking trail go here? I'll go here. What is it? Can't read what that trail says. Thunderbird Trail goes off that way. Goes off this way to this. What trail's that? Brittle Brush Trail. Oh, I always wonder where that went. Brittle Brush runs you into Picture Rocks Trail, which is right over here. Which is crazy because I was just over there not too long ago. I was actually standing right here. Because if you go down this wash, all the way down here, there's a crested saguaro over here. But I didn't go this way to get to that crested saguaro. I came from this way and went that way. It's faster. I've been all over this desert. Look at these mountains, man. For the last 14 years, I've been hiking everything here, man. This is mainly where when people ask me, how come you go to the east side and hike? The east side Tucson's boring. Look at these peaks and these mountains here. You got a couple mountains on the east side. Saguaro Park East. Saguaro Park East is boring. I've been there a couple of times. I don't like it as much as I enjoy hiking in these mountains. Or I go over here to the Gates Pass, Tucson Mountain Park, and that's another nice place to hike. Especially right there, Gates Pass. Now, Gates Pass now, that's pretty cool. I like hiking there. Gates Pass, I've hiked all this ridge here. I've gone all the way down to here, zigzagging back and forth because this guy told me, oh yeah, we're Gates Pass by the mile marker, number 3 mile marker. There's a crested saguaro. You can see it from the road. And I went down to here where the mile marker 3 is posted right here. And I zigzagged all this whole freaking slope all the way to where you pull out Gates Pass. And then I went up there, went to the ridge up there, and went back down to my car. Never found it. Now, fast forward 3 years later, I found the mile marker 3 post down here by Old Tucson. See Old Tucson? This is Gates Pass right here, the road. All he had to tell me was it's by Old Tucson. No, he told me by Gates Pass. When you say Gates Pass to somebody, this area up here is what we're talking about, Gates Pass. This is not Gates Pass. This is Old Tucson. And at the mile marker 3, right here from the road, is the crested saguaro. And you can see it from the road. I'm like, it would have made it so much easier if he just said by Old Tucson. So I don't know. I told him, I'm like, dude, why didn't you just tell me about Old Tucson? There's a trail right here called Golden Gate. I've mountain biked that several times, but right up in this area, right up in there, there's a gold. Now, if you watch my YouTube videos, all these parkings have numbers. Let me find the parking. Okay, all these parkings have numbers. Actually, this is the parking I'm looking for. If you hike this trail here and go that way, the trail is going to go up like this, and it's going to go that way. But if you go up to here, right where it starts to turn, and you go down into this wash and walk over here, there's a really old, like 1960s Dodge van stuck right in the wash, and it's hidden by these trees. You can't see it. If you walk in this trail, you'll never see it. You have to go towards that wash and go around them trees and find that old Dodge truck. And that's what I do. I like to go off track and go explore washes and stuff. And then also in this area, which if you park over here, which is called K7 parking, you park right there and you walk this trail up to here. If you got binoculars and you look up in this area up here, there's a Crestedsaguaros standing up in there. Or if you take this faded trail, there's some mines over here, and you get to this mine here and you look over here, you'll see that Crestedsaguaro. So it's pretty cool. There's also a Crestedsaguaro and the very top of this peak, but on the other side, that you can see from Gates Pass, from Yetman Trail. If you go over here, this is Gates Pass. If you park here, there's a Crestedsaguaro up here at the top of the hill. Right as you start to go down the hill, there's a Crestedsaguaro there, and then right up in here, there's another crested, which if I had a drone, I would fly it up there, but I'm not going to hike up there because that's a hill. There's a Crestedsaguaro there, and then right up in here, there's another crested, which if I had a drone, I would fly it up there, but I'm not going to hike up there because that's a monster mountain to climb up. It's very, very steep, very chunky rocks, and I saw it with my binoculars, but that's good enough for me. If I had a drone, I would fly a drone up there. If you have a signal, I don't remember if you have a cell phone signal in here, but this trail right here, Yemen's. I did that one morning. It took me the whole freaking day. I hiked it from beginning to end. It goes here and it wraps all the way around. It goes all the way down here. It goes around, comes back to the Bowman's Rock House. Right over here. It comes this way. And it comes out over here to Camino de Oste. It's the end of the trail. And then I walked down this road and I had to hitchhike back to my car because I wasn't going to walk all the way back. I went out to the main road, hitchhike, and got a ride back to my car that was parked over here. That took me like 8 hours. That was a long, tiring hike. And there's several Crestedsaguaros on this trail. But to see them, you got to do that long hike, and that's what I had to do. Now this rock house right here is pretty cool. When you park over here, let me zoom out. When you park here and you hike all this, there's a golden swirl over here. There's a Crestedsaguaro over here. And then there's a rock house right there. And then if you take this from the rock house and you go south, and you take that, and you go this way up this side of this mountain, go about halfway, and look across this canyon over here, there's a cave. And in that cave is some pictographs. Right there's a cave. Oh no, that's it right there. Right there's a cave. It's some Hohokam Indians pictographs. Now, I'm not giving up no secret here, because when you go over here, if you go to this rock house, there's a big sign in front of this rock house. It tells you about that cave. So when somebody gets on and says, "Oh, you shouldn't be telling people," listen, you go hike to this rock house, and there's a sign there that tells you everything about this area. So but a lot of people can't find it because there aren't signs leading you to how to get to that cave. You just got to know how to explore and look around. What'd you say, babe? What's the difference between a pictograph and a petroglyph? A pictograph is like a drawing, like what they use, like the charcoal from the fire, and they draw it like with a, like you would do with a magic marker or something like that. So it's a drawing. A petroglyph is an etching. It's where they however they make a petroglyph, they use a rock and another rock, and they're hammering and they're chiseling out a groove into the rock. That's the difference. So a petroglyph is a carving into the rock where it leaves little channels and stuff like that. And a pictograph is drawing from the charcoal they get from the fire or something. I don't know what they use, but it's all black and it's a drawing. It's different. A petroglyph, if you touch a petroglyph, it's like you can feel the ridges and it's like 3D feeling. A pictograph would, I don't recommend touching a pictograph because you get your oil from your hands and stuff onto the drawing, and you could probably smudge it or something like that. But yeah, that's the difference. That's the only place I know of in Tucson that has pictographs. The first time in my life I've ever seen pictographs probably about 4 years ago, when I found that cave by accident because I was coming from the other direction. And then I saw the rock house. So if you go over here, I don't go to the south side of Tucson much. One, I don't want to get shot. Two, I don't want my car getting broke into. This whole mountain peak, I climbed that mountain peak because I was looking here on Google Earth, and I saw a huge rock formation at the very top, and I was like, oh, okay, let me go see this one right here. See that? Well, no, that's not even it. That's the wrong hill. I just found something new. What? That's got 3. I was talking about this one over here. This is the one I went up. Right there. See that this big gigantic rock pile? I saw that. Now I just found a new place. See that? I just stumbled on someplace new. That is a huge rock cairn. And I came up this way. Went down. And now I got to figure out where the other hill was. That's over here. How do I get to it? There are no trails. Look at that. There's a trail right there. Trail coming down right here. That is definitely 3 gigantic circular things, and then this long, and there's another circular thing there. That is definitely 3 gigantic circular things, and then this long, and there's another circular thing there, another circular thing there. Wow, this is like, it's got lines in it. Wow. I'm gonna have to go check this mountain out. There's a trail goes down right down there. There's a faded circle right here. Where's it? How do you get there? That's a subdivision. See, now I gotta figure out how to get there, because where can I park? Jack and George Mountain. Now this is where I parked when I went up to that other mountain, which it's a pretty boring hike. But I went up this way, went this way. like that, and I went up to that gigantic rock cairn up there. But this, where could I park? It's probably a private subdivision. I could park over here. I could park here and then come around this way. Talking to myself, trying to figure out how I'm going to go over to that hill. Yeah, I can park here, leave my car here, and I can go this way. And then I don't know if there's any houses there, because this Google Earth says 2023, so maybe there's not any houses there. And then just go up this mountain here. There's no trails over here. How steep is that? It doesn't look too steep. There's a trail right there that goes all the way that way. And then go see what the heck this stuff is. I think I know what I'm doing next week. That is pretty cool. Circle here. Something very long here. Circle here. Pretty cool. Circle here. Something very long here. Circle here. This might be an old Indian village. Circle here. Circle here. Circle here. I'm live streaming this, but this is what I do when I'm not live streaming. I'm just talking to myself and my wife. Who are you talking to? I'm just talking to myself. I'm trying to figure out what's the fastest, easiest way to go somewhere where I can park my car safe. I have to drive through this neighborhood and see if there's an area to park, because this clearly looks like an area to go drive, because it looks like people are off-roading over here. If that's the case, I could drive my car over here, park here, and go that way. Yeah, go that way, because that's where the rings are up there. Go this way, take this trail here. It looks like there's a trail right here, an old switchback trail. Right here, yeah. Take this trail, boom, 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 boom. And yep, trail going all the way to the top. I think I just found my way. Yep. So let's get a street view here. Can I get a street view? Ah, see, I can go there. Hopefully that gate will be open. There's a sign on the gate. I wonder what that sign says. It probably says closes at dusk or something like that. Yeah. And that hill doesn't look too high. I can do that. Easy peasy, man. Even if that's locked, I could park if it's locked, then I could park my car here. See what the neighborhood looks like. It's a nice neighborhood too, man. Let's take this street view down here. Let's take a look around this neighborhood. Because there's a golf course in this neighborhood. Right there, look at that. Nice golf course. My wife's running around with the dog, playing with the dog. You hear you stomping and stuff like that. Nice neighborhood. Santa Catalina Mountains. Huh. Yeah, I know where I'm going next weekend. Right here. What is the name of this road? Players Club. Cool. And then I'm going to drive through here. Can I get any closer to that sign? No. All right, so let's zoom out of here. Hopefully that's not too sandy and I can just drive and park my car over here. Yep. That's where I'm going next week, babe. This hill right here. Come here, look. Hill right here. Come here, look. It's like a valley right there. It's pretty cool. I like when I find new stuff. Look, I'm gonna go this mountain right here.
Yeah.
You know why?
What?
I'm gonna park my car. Gonna go right here. Park my car over here, and then I'm gonna take this. A trail goes up here, and then I'm gonna go see what these things are. See them?
Oh, there's soul.
See this? There's
That's
one.
right.
There's two. There's three.
I don't know what that is.
Yeah, there's four here. See that? Can't tell what it is though. Look, here's another one right here.
5.
Yeah,
Somebody made a rock.
yeah. It's like
But
an
this
ancient.
one is weird. What is that?
I don't know. It could be a fallen saguaro. It could be an old
No,
building.
It's not fallen saguaro.
How do you know what a fallen saguaro? You don't go out in the desert.
Yeah, that's too big for a fallen saguaro.
Yeah, it's pretty big. I mean, if it's showing up on Google Earth, it's pretty big,
Somebody
man.
built like a wall or something.
Yeah, it could be like a water trough or cattle at one time or something.
What is that? Where is it?
It's south Tucson somewhere. What's the street? Van Arken Road.
Van Ark?
Yeah. West
England.
Anklin Road. Oh,
By Ama.
nah, that's not A Mountain. A Mountain's over there.
Oh,
That's Tumamoc. That's A
by
Mountain.
Aho.
No, not that far. It's
Aho.
it's Anklin Road. Silver Bell's right here. No, that's I-10. Silver Bell's right here.
Right.
And you take a right on Anklin.
Timog Community.
Yeah, and then I got to turn left on Players Club.
That's where I was today.
I got to turn left here because I don't know. 6 months ago, I hiked this one up here. I hiked to the top of that one. I went all the way down into this road and I parked, and then I went up there to see that gigantic rock cairn. It's a huge pile. It's like a 5-foot tall pile of rocks.
Anybody's talking?
Huh? Well, I have no idea.
Duh.
I don't know if anybody's talking. Where's the chat at? Huh? Hey, Bato, good to be here in class. Who made all those trails throughout the desert? I have no idea who made these trails. I have no clue. I just hike them.
See, you're not answering.
Because look, see that giant rock pile? That's where I went about 6 months ago. You know me, I get in the zone. I'm just looking where I'm going to go to hike next, and now I figured it out. I'm going to go to this mountain here. That's weird, man. It's like,
5 people not watching.
oh, where'd it go? I lost it.
Say something. Say something.
You say something. You talk for me. Say hi to everybody.
I did.
You did. You did say hi. Oh, there it is right there. Okay.
Hello.
Say hi, everybody. It's Mama Lee talking.
Hello, everybody.
Yeah, it's weird, man. This thing is.
Yeah.
There's definitely a trail. It's definitely known by people that live in the area, but I can't get any closer. I can't zoom in anymore. I can't make it any clearer, and that's why I have to hike up there. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 circles. Look at the views too. Beautiful views of the golf course. That is a beautiful golf course because when I went hike that other peak to see a giant rock cairns, I sat there and had lunch and I was watching. I could hear the people talking on the golf course. That's how well your voice travels in that canyon. Wow, I'm pumped up, man, to go there. Hopefully it'll be cooler. It's not a very tall mountain, so it won't get that long to hike up it. Because that one in the background, this one here, that was a steep, freaking tall mountain. This is like same height as that first one, and that was easy to go up. So I'll make a video of this hike, and hopefully this gate won't be locked. and I'll be able to drive. There's also something over here. I'll be able to drive and go park my car over here. There's something right there. I don't know what that is. It's a giant rock or something. And then I can go check out this lake over here too. Look at this freaking that lake. Let's look on this other side of the peak here, because see if there's anything else over here. Anybody else? Let's look on this other side of the peak here, because see if there's anything else over here. Anybody else talking? Let me see. Nope, nobody else talking. I get sidetracked when I'm researching on areas to go. I don't see anything on these little peaks over here. Just little trails where people live in the neighborhood probably hike there. See all these subdivisions around this house? I wonder how many people actually know that there's these gigantic rings up there. Oh. Hey, if you like, follow me on my Facebook. Let me click on my Facebook and go check out the pictures and videos that I post there. Facebook is not loading. Man, I think those are the beautiful hawks that I went and took pictures of at the Christopher Columbus Park. Yeah, or follow me on Instagram. Today, on my hike today, I found a dead freaking, I'm saying it's a javelina. That's a live stream I did this morning. I do live streams on the weekends on Instagram also. Funny live streams. Video of this skeleton. I did not find any lakes anywhere. I post stuff every day on Instagram. I see Got the Truth Arizona on Instagram. That's the top part of the skull, and here's the jaw. This is why I think it's a javelina, because this looks like a javelina jaw. So something very big is in this canyon where tourists go every freaking day. That's a 4.5 foot long walking stick, so that's how long that animal is. That's what I'm saying in the video. I'm trying to flip it over. There we go. So whatever killed that has got to be something big, man. Something big and something very, very, very hungry. Anybody got any questions of anything I talked about or showed? Take a break from Google Earth. My eyes are hurting. It's almost dinner time. What'd you make for dinner, babe? Get it over there and eat that. Bring it over here, Mama. Give it to me. Jerry, fried chicken. Wow. Man, no wonder the house smells good. Spanish rice and fried chicken. That's what I had for dinner tonight. Awesome sauce. It's time to eat Jerry to eat his dinner. He won't eat unless I go there and mess with him. Come here. Get over here. Get it. Get it, Mom. Hey. I got to pretend like I want to eat it and he'll eat it. That's crazy, man. I mean, I've found bones in the desert, but nothing like this before. So nobody has any questions or anything? Nobody? Anyone? Ferris? Bueller? Anyone? Don't be shy. Because I get Ferris. Bueller? Anyone? Don't be shy. Because I get people all the time when I do a live stream, and then when I end it, they're like, "Oh man, I missed it. I wish I could have caught it when it was live." You know, "Oh, when are you going to do the next one?" And I tell them when I'm going to do it, and they never show up. Yeah, I did early because I didn't have nothing to do, and I thought you had the TV program you're going to watch, and I didn't want to go and have to go in my bedroom and do a live stream on the phone. No TV, just snap. So this is the live stream I did this morning. So on the weekends, I like when I take the rabbit outside, I like to do live streams on Instagram. So if you missed the live stream on the YouTube, you can catch me on live streams on Saturdays before I go do my hike. I take the rabbit out so the rabbit can go out and get some exercise, get his grounding time. And I talk about, where I'm going to go hike, what I want to go look at. I'm talking about my shoes right there. That I totally tore them up and then I glued them together with Gorilla Glue. Telling what I did. My wife had a honey-do list project that I did, and I make her happy. Got that done. Talking about how dark I'm getting hiking in the sun. But usually I only do that on Saturdays, but today I did another one today, so I did two this weekend on Instagram. I tried doing them on Facebook, but nobody shows up on Facebook. I don't know why. So I don't do Facebook Lives no more. But that's the bunny right there. That's Pumpkin. Where is Pumpkin? I haven't seen him all day. He's hiding. There's that little pain in the butt. Oh, I just want to squeeze his face every time I see him. Squeeze him. So check me out on Instagram. I see Got the Truth Arizona. Like I said, I post stuff there every day of the things I find on my hikes. Crestedsaguaros. This is very cool, man. I found this Thursday in the middle of freaking nowhere. It's old. It's not diesel. This was a gas tractor. Gas is not diesel. Sit in the middle of nowhere. Really, really cool. I looked everywhere for a name. I looked for a date. Couldn't find any dates or names anywhere, but that's a dead badger. We're just hiking along in the wash. I came up onto this piece of cloth and I'm like, what the heck is this? And I moved it around and next thing I know, I was like, what the heck? I thought it was a skunk. And it's actually a dead badger. And his head is about the size of a Rottweiler. I mean, this is the biggest freaking head I've ever seen. It's buried up to his neck. I didn't undig it. I didn't uncover. I just kicked the cloth around. I don't know who buried that sucker there, but it buried all the way up to his neck, man. I don't know what happened. I don't know what the story is, but I researched it, found out that's a badger. That's what badgers look like in Arizona. Crazy, man. Crazy badger. And that's a Crestedsaguaros my son went to go check out. It's probably been 3 years since the last time we were there. These are petroglyphs that me and the petroglyph hunter went to go check out in Kings Canyon. And yeah, here's what's weird. This is a barrel cactus with flowers blooming. This is the first bloom I've seen this year, 2023. The weird thing is they're not supposed to be blooming until August. And this, when I filmed this, was in June. It's July now, so. Huh? No, the barrel cactus bloom in August. They don't bloom in spring. Woman! Shush! Oh, you're talking about the Queen of the Night. Yeah, that only blooms one time, and that actually bloomed early too. Beautiful. And then today, man, I found some more beautiful barrel cactus flowers. I mean, just beautiful, man. I gotta show my wife. I would have to say the pictures I took today of a barrel cactus I saw today. I'll probably post sometime tomorrow, next day or so. I have so many pictures, so I have a hard time going through my pictures and deciding what I'm gonna post and what I'm not gonna post. Because I post stuff on Facebook also. But these flowers I saw today were, oh my god, they got to be the most beautiful flowers I've ever seen. Now, I don't know what color they are. I got to ask my wife first, but they were. Your friend from Indonesia wants to bring a barrel cactus to Indonesia. Will they even let that go through customs?
No.
My wife was on a very big Indonesian radio show a couple of days ago. How many days ago was it? Her head was so swollen, man. They called in. They want to interview her, so she did a radio interview. A huge Indonesian radio show found out about her and wanted to interview her. So that's funny. Now she thinks she's a celebrity. Hey, celebrity, can I get your autograph? Her head was so swollen. Anyways, follow me on Instagram. I see got through Arizona to see the things I post daily. This is a very cool petroglyph, man. Very, very cool. Speaking of very cool petroglyphs, the petroglyph hunter, the guy that I go out hiking with, sent me a picture of a petroglyph today. Let me show you what it is. It is so cool. Right here it is. I need a t-shirt with this petroglyph on it, man. Right there. Look at it. It's like high five. These, I don't know what that's, some type of headdress he's got on his head there. That is really cool. And then there's a circle above. Last week's live stream, I was talking about what some of the petroglyphs mean, but yeah, just some petroglyphs that I've taken over the years. So that one's very close, like a thunderbird. But yeah, very cool, man. That one right there, that's a really cool one too. That's a new one that I just found a couple weeks ago. I've hiked on this mountain many times and I've never seen this one. Somebody told me that it was a ladybug. It don't look like no freaking ladybug to me. What does it look like to you?
Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, ladybug.
What are you doing? Oh, you see if anybody's talking. Nobody's talking. Just listening. Yeah. Petroglyphs, cool, man. I love the desert. Love being out in the desert. I just posted that one. These are all Kings Canyon. So if you live in Tucson and you want to go see some cool petroglyphs, you have to go out to Kings Canyon, man. Take that 30-minute hike up that hill or hike up the wash. Taking the trail going up the hill is easier than the wash. But if you want to see the secret ones in the wash, you got to take the wash. Very, very cool. I'm ready to eat. If it's dinner time, I can end the live stream and then I eat my dinner. So check me out on Instagram. I Seek Out the Truth Arizona. Follow me on Facebook. My Facebook is my name, my government name, Marco Lee. It's free. I'm not selling anything on it. I have people ask me, what are you selling? And join me next week. I don't know. Join me next week. I don't know. Sunday afternoon sometime. I don't have a set time that I do these. It's just, when I'm done hiking, come home, clean up. Yeah, but I thought you were going to do a TV show. Now, if I tell everybody I have a set time, and then next week you're like, babe, I had a show that comes on this time. See? Now everybody's expecting me to do that set time. She says she can watch on her phone. All right, well, Sunday, anytime after 2 o'clock. Anytime from 2 o'clock after, I could do a live stream next Sunday. Nah, he won't be back for 2 weeks. He's not coming back to July 14th. So check me out next Sunday and leave me some questions. I forgot to read the comments. Well, they can watch it back later and they can hear me answer their comments. So thanks to Alice Restaurant, Maz Arizona Tater Chip said it's going to listen to it later. KM, thanks for hanging out. And I think we're in the live stream. So I got to go eat my dinner. So thanks to everybody for watching. And with the Lord willing, the creeks don't rise. I'll see you guys in my next video. Hold on, before I leave, I want to play something. I started this live streaming off playing my wife's piano music. And I want to end with her playing this. This is my wife playing piano. My favorite song. We'll play this before I sign off. Oh, I turned the volume down. Hello. What's the name of that song? It's an Indonesian song. And the dog singing in the background. Thanks for hanging out, everybody. Thanks for listening. And I'm going to end this. My wife playing the piano. Goodbye, everybody.